Starting coming back at you with another game of Diablo 2 Hardcore. Our sorceress is level 76. We're at the top difficulty, and we are approaching some of the end game now. Now we've got the Glacial Trail waypoint. We could go back to hit Frozen River. I'm not sure if it's worth it. So right here, we're just hoping to dodge Moonlords, and anything else here we'll just like deal with. We'll probably deal with Moonlords. Even a normal pack is like, all right. So I think we're all right. I think the mob roll has favored us here. You know, they're dangerous, but not like hyper dangerous. Moonlords are super sketchy, and we may well just like re-roll if we see them anywhere for the duration of the game. They're fire immune, which means we can't put the damage onto them pretty quick. They're not cold immune, but they can't be slowed with any effects. So, you know, when you compare their power to like the powers of these warriors, it's a whole different ball game. Because, you know, mobs that are gonna move at regular speeds and behave, you know, you can just play the game. But Moonlords, I think they're probably, you know, Death Lords, Blood Lords. I forget what their actual modded name is, right? Alright, well, there's how to get back in to the passage. We could do Anya, but... So Anya gets us 10 resist all, right? And that's good. We are at max resist-ish. More would be good. That's a conviction, dude. This is alright for us. Now, conviction does, of course, in addition to removing your immunities in an extreme way that leads to demise, also removes a big percentage of defense, so it's not as bad for the life as a lot of other auras can be. You know, Might and Fanat do more on the physical side. But conviction, you know, you just gotta be worried. You gotta make sure you read the mods and make sure that they don't have anything too fun going on. And if we get, you know, monsters that can be harmed by fire, then things are fine. Of course, what we really like to see is a lightning or a poison immune, so we can just, you know, get a slowdown and then get the fire on. But, you know, forcing me to, you know, teleport and play the game is fine too. But getting ahead and getting the waypoint here is so important, because like getting out of passage with like a decent mob roll at this point in the game, sometimes you just gotta restart sometimes, you know, sometimes a lot. But here, we got a curse on us. We're not walking around naked, by which I mean without knowledge, with curse on. You know, like if they're archers or slingers or some combination of them, you know, it's just... It's too dangerous when you don't know what the mobs will be. Hey! Poison immune. Sirens. It's just what a man wants to see. Alright, and it actually looks like we have a very, very mild mob roll here. All the sirens are annoying, you know, like, I don't even know what their abilities do. That's the level of danger they represent. No, I think that one's like fire damage. But the thing is, you know, they're the sweet spot of they're not immune to either damage type. We gotta resurrect our dude real quick, as always. Can't ever have him. Alright, good deal. We are going through our rejuve supply, but we still have like 80 of them, right? So I guess we're not going through it that badly. We're going through our small rejuve supply to make more of the big ones. And that's fine. What they're there for. But it is just nice to be somewhere in Act 5 where none of the mobs are super crazy and you've got a little bit of room to breathe. Hey Kimmy, how is it going? Good morning. So you have faith in my ability to pull this off? Well, I hope so. You know, it's, we won't be going for the win today, because that would take too long. But we'll definitely be pushing forward some. Run away! Dropping the base on Pit Flame there. Our gloves are still pretty trash. These are, you know, they've got Magic Find on them, but what's that worth in this economy, right? Can't take it with you. Because, like, the good thing is you can drop meteors on them and then run away. Because their missiles aren't fast enough, and I think they do, like, fire damage. But our Merc doesn't have max fire resist, and our Merc, you know, won't dodge the missiles. He'll be a big hero. Still better than a lot of mob rolls. Sure, you gotta dodge, but, you know, dip, dive, ducking, all of these are the skills that you should have been building the whole game. And then eventually when you're called on to dodge again, if you can dodge a fireball, you can dodge a ball. Or whatever the line is. Got a well here, good. We'll be getting to the edge soon. We do want to find this waypoint because Ancient's Way could be sketchy, and theoretically we'll have to reload maybe a couple of times. Sculpting your mob set is very important. I think if you're playing solo, basically every class needs to do it. It just depends, you know, on what you have to dodge. You know, on soft serve Diablo, you can do what you want, but when it's all on the line, you see a certain kind of mob, you just leave. Moonlords. Champ Mages, not too worried about that since they do lightning damage, and our dude is ultra tanky against lightning. Not me personally, but our dude. The one who will be taking all the damage. Great Pylum should have been a Grand Charm. Time for a strategic potion. Portal buy-in, garbage, terrible. Alright, so there's the door, but where's the waypoint, precious? Hey, there we go. Okay, Alright, reanimated horde, cold immunes, tons of physical damage, however, relatively slow till they get the charge off. They're what I call like a force multiplier danger. They also have like charge and knockback spike fiends, so big potential for physical damage there if we get a bad roll, and awful for Kasim. But don't represent the ability to just pure spike us like Moonlords do. Those guys are rough, though. Let's not go there. 'Tis a silly place. Yeah, I think we're going to try to... So we're not going to try to dodge the zone, but we are going to try to dodge those guys. These guys have might, so all the more important to kill them from super far away. Or rather, I thought they did. Oh, it's from down here. It's a very high-level Meteorb. And afflicted. Alright. I think it's just a 3 mob roll zone. In the event that it is, that is very lucky for us, because although the Spike Fiends are dangerous, they're not like the level of kill you in, I don't know, a fifth of a second, like Moonlords are. 1 second, that's just the game of Diablo. Like, anything can kill you in 1 second, get over it. But I don't know how the Ancients are gonna go. I imagine we'll be fine, though. We'll just, oh, wow, wow. We're gonna hope it's not in there. That is an insane room. Full of, cursed and such, guys. We're not trying to do that. We might have to, but... I very much do not want to reset this Ancient's Way. Like, in my opinion, even with the Spike Fiends being a bit of a menace everywhere, this is still a quite non-dangerous mob set for us. One that we can work with. And the big guy in this group is lightning immune and extra strong. But we split off the rest of these fools already, and then we'll just... eliminate the foe. And get, of course, nowhere. However, now it's a very safe place to teleport into. That's a dead end. Alright, we got him. %, attack speed on gloves. You know, not amazing. That's just a mod you want on other stuff, right? I sure would like to find the door and the waypoint, not in that room down there. The good news is they don't have a lot of life as mobs, right? So a couple of meteors will deal with a normal set of them. But heaven help us if we get a fire immune, cold immune in there, right? I mean, we'd still be able to clear his pack with meteors. It's quiet. Too quiet. Alright, at the other end of the hallway, the skeletons. We are doing a super good job of not letting Kasim die too often, which is necessary given that we are pretty money restricted. You know, we can only afford 10 of them. He's like, wait, 10 of me? I'm like, don't worry about it, Kasim, you're fine. Reincarnation is real for you. You need not be afraid. They fooled me. I was like, this has to be one of the right rooms. It doesn't. Alright. Here's the waypoint. Good. Because ideally, we'll be able to, you know, pop the ancients and then, you know, this is a bad amount of time to spend on a video. Like, man, I just don't think well, you know, we'll see. That's not where we want to be. Because that's like an optional river because it goes down, and we want one that looks like it goes up to the Ancient's Way, and it looks like that super sketchy room might be where we have to go for it. But maybe it'll be in this room. The old Sinbong. All right. Okay. Be prepared. All right. So. Every crummy little life charm is coming with us. Every single one. I think that's all of them. Alright. That gets us another 60 life. Alright. Let's do this. Oh, whoops. Alright. Reset it there. Alright, he's extra fast. We need to reset it. Alright, and that's just... Okay, Might Enchanted and Cursed. We gotta reset it. We might not be able to do this. We might run out of money. Alright, it looks like... Alright, so Cursed, super, super bad, but I don't think we can... You know, we might not be able to do anything about it. Just stay in motion. The one that's cursed is the fire enchanted one, so we can kill him with orbs over a super long period of time. And we need to just run here to regen our mana. Dodge the axes. Alright, we've got some mana here now. Alright, they stuck a curse on us again. It's not the end of the world. Just don't get hit, right? Just don't ever get hit. Coming pretty close to getting Kasim tagged there. That would have been very bad. If Kasim dies, we have to reset because we can't, you know, keep up with the mana regen. Alright, now we spun him to that side pretty well. We just need to keep on running here. Kasim got tagged. He will regenerate health if we don't let him get hit again, though. Just need to stand over here, dodge those. The thing is, though, is he can't stand up with Mad Dog here. The other ones will wake up to it. But you have to dodge extra fast on this one. And we can't, even, like, if we could split one for a second, you could sort of fight, but you can't when you're cursed, because, again, all of this long effort goes away. We got hit once. That's super bad. We need to bring more potions here. But we've got Mad Dog down a lot. He's down to like half HP. And from there, it gets a lot easier to deal with the others, you know, when you're not cursed. And Talik, you know, he'll fall too, and then we'll just have a Leaping Boy to deal with. You just gotta watch for when you see Mad Dog's shoulder go, and then you teleport. And that is the way of it. Oh, man. Almost got in trouble there. Not for me, but for Kasim. Alright, that was very nice. We got a lot of orbs off on him there as he approached. Get cursed again. Need to get out. Just need to keep it together for a few more minutes. You know, this is the real test of a player. Bale is the test of survivability. The test of a player is found on Hell Ancients. Hey, Arcade. Sorry, I can't look away if you're talking anymore, because we are fighting the Hell Ancients. Had to reset him a couple of times to get a decent roll that didn't involve one of them being extra fast. Mad Dog is falling. We just need to keep it rolling. Mad Dog is the cursed one. We can drop him. And then Talik, Whirlwind Boy. He's really called Madoc, but me and my friends have ever called him Mad Dog. Alright, we just need to get in motion here, let him get his HP back. You know, we don't have infinite potions. We should have brought some for the floor. You can do that. Tense. You know, it may not look like I'm feeling tense, but this is very tense. Not a lot of, like... I'm not trying to brag, but there's not a lot of room for making mistakes in a fight like this. They will eat you. We get cursed again. Got him to like 15% or so. Talik will fall basically the same time. And then we'll be able to deal with the other, you know, much more strategically. We won't be cursed, so we'll be able to just teleport away when he leaps, you know, hit him with the meteors. Classic. Alright, gotta keep Kasim up. We fed him a potion. You hate to do it, but you don't want to let him get too low. Mad Dog is so close to popped, and when we lose him, then we'll drop the curse, and then everything gets a lot comfier. Also, of course, he's the one that can damage at range. You know, you can still see the particles, but it is surprising when he gets you with the axes. Feeding Kasim the full rejuve to keep the run going, and that potion. Don't get greedy now. All right. And there's the cursed one. Curse will wear off, you know, eventually, as it does. We already see the tremendous amount of pressure let off by taking out the one. We accidentally get Kasim hit again. We got to be more careful. This curse is going to wear off eventually. I don't think two of them are cursed. Yeah, there we go. Now we can be twice as comfortable about getting our merc tagged a little bit. And as I say that, we almost get him killed. There we go. Like, can you stand up with him? Nope. Nope, that was a dumb idea. So I know it's on Minecraft segment. Yeah, you know, fair enough. I play a lot of different games. I would be surprised if somebody wanted to watch all of them. But glad you can find something that is up your alley some of the time. I just played Minecraft for the first time, a little over a year and a half ago. So it's still pretty fresh to me. You know, I haven't been playing it forever like everybody else. Although I guess it's like a year and 9 months now, so more than a year and a half. I like digging, I like making rivers and lakes. on, baby. Come on. We're gonna eat this potion just for ultra security. Yes! Yes, yes, yes! Yeah! Yes. Whew. Oh my god. That was a long fight. Getting it done. Feels so good. Whew. Whew. All right. Now we're talking. Kasim is the true hero. Who knows how many times he's died? Not me, and if you do, don't tell him. He doesn't want to know. Without him regenerating all of our mana, you know. Some JRPG. Tactics. It's on sale again. I should get Tactics. I love Tactics. I could find some stuff to talk about while I played it. And now we're going to put our crummiest Grand Charms up. And our crummiest Small Charms. I like to think that 5 life, that 10 life, and that 19 life, that was what made the difference, right? Yeah, no, if I pick it up, I'll definitely stream it. I used to play a lot of Tactics once upon a time. Alright, the time is 9:50. Ah, man. Use your creativity making treehouses. I'm working on a boat right now, which I've never made before. Like a ship. It's not gonna go right, you know, it's a picture of a boat made out of wood. Alright, corpses. I don't think we can get Bale right. No, or actually, I doubt we will. Wow, they just melt Kasim. Kasim, the hero, deleted. Fortunately, they dropped an Archon plate. That will pay for Kasim. Because if we could just get Worldstone 2... Yeah, because... I just feel... Yeah, that would be wiser. Alright, we don't want to aggressively tele around the wall, because I haven't scoped everybody yet. Ghoul Lord's not a danger for aggressive teleporting. Super annoying, not least because their fire looks like my fire on the ground. Unholy Corpses can be a danger to teleporting well with a knockback and all, but... nasty. Tactics builds are sick. Ninjas and monks. You know, that's a good one. Monk with 2 swords is a classic. But also, like, having a ninja with punch art in the circle to give it the big multiplier for melee attacks. Pretty good, too, right? That's, like, one of my classic things, is move to ninja super quick and use, like, a 2-fist style ninja monk. So good. No, and then, you know, like, Summoner, you get short charge from Time Mage, and you just, like, have a total party. A lot of ultra fun classes in that game. Ooh. Okay. They're not cold immune. I think the caster in the block is. It flitted over my screen. I'm like, I don't want to deal... These guys are pretty quick normally. And if they don't get slowed, you know... When we run into an extra fast pack, you'll know. Mobs that are quick by default are very scary to encounter. Because it doesn't take much for them to get real quick. Indeed, souls. Yep. Alright. No, that's not a soul. That's their caster. It's like, that was just a single bolt. Man, that room is ugly. They got, like, blizzards going in. They got all sorts of casters. Good area denial, right? Gotta admire it, but... Oh, we got champs. Yeah, we're just gonna try to pull some of them back here, right? Right. Yeah, I wonder if they switched it. Maybe. Hard to say. There was Brave Modification. Brave Modification Blade Grasp. Did they ever fix Blade Grasp? Because Blade Grasp used to, like, work for even arrows. So you could permanently mod your Brave with, you know, the Mediator skill or Rams's Unique Shout. And, you know, for every 10 points, it would permanently mod your Brave up 1. So over a course of many battles, you know, you could get your Ramza and anybody else to 97 native Brave, which was enough for a 97%, you know, dodge to bladed weapons or arrows or unarmed weapons. Basically anything but draw out and magic. I played Triangle Strategy. No, I have not. Don't know that I've heard of it. Alright, doorways are very dangerous. Alright, we made it through. Souls. Now, we've got max light resist, but you still gotta respect souls. You know, they can't kill you in one volley. They can do it in 2. But we'll just split them out here a little bit. Horror mages, which are quite an easy mob roll. They are, you know, they do poison damage, which means you gotta go back to town a lot, but... Every skeleton mage is an easy mob roll. There aren't any that you have to be afraid of. Bats. We need to get a little bit of space here. Because even with might, none of these mobs care about might, so it's pretty funny. You know, we're just going to have to be on the eye for conviction. If we see it at all, we might have to just bail. Conviction plus souls is a game ender. But it looks like this guy's aura is Holy Fire. Holy Fire, yeah. That's not the words to the song. Old Ogre Battle, dude. Ogre Battle on the Super Nintendo. I didn't own it. I would have if I could have found it. I don't think I've ever seen a cart in real life, but I played it a lot on my emulator. I love me some Ogre Battle. Kasim died. Yeah, just like I remember so much like of sitting on the family computer playing Ogre Battle, just like having the most fun, you know, setting up, you know, whatever guy I had. You know, we set up our army we wanted to level up, and, you know, just let the enemy run at us over and over and over till we got, you know, we squeezed all the experience we could get out of the zone. And then, like, how awesome it felt to get, like, a flying unit in your block and to be able to finally, like, move really quick and, like, you know, do that. And then you're like, oh, but the beasts take extra space. And then you're like, ah, but the dragon with the dragon tamer, it's too good, you know. There was just so many, like, really cool things that you could do with your builds, you know, like the presence of healing or not healing. And what I loved most about Ogre Battle was it wasn't clear to me at any point, like, what the obviously best thing to do was. It really felt like you could try to solve the problem in a way that seemed best to you, you know. I'm sure there are people out there that didn't really lean into flying at all, you know, that just did, like, the small flying dudes and didn't care about, you know, getting griffins. But to me, you know, you show me a griffin, I'm riding a griffin. But I love tactics. I played it super extensively when it was out. I didn't have a PlayStation, but my best friend did, and, you know, we played it there all the time. And then later, you know, I got emulators for it, and then, sometime after its release, there was a mod for it. You may have heard of it, called 1.3. I mean, there's probably 1.2 and 1.1 also. I didn't play those. I have not played Octopath, but it is on the list. It never goes on enough of a sale. You know, it's always like $35. But FFT 1.3 increased the challenge of the game and rebalanced a ton of things. It was just straight amazing. It was crazy hard, you know. It gave the computer awesome abilities and, you know, like, builds for its characters. It leveled up the, you know, the quest battles alongside you, so you couldn't, like, try to get past them, you know. Like, the further you tried to get past them, the further you're really getting past your ability to get stuff at the shops. So it, like, it pushed you forward. It was so good. Yeah, see, the thing is, I just bought a bunch of games. And I do have, like, 1,000. It's probably like 1,100 now, but who's counting? Wow! Look how they massacred my boy! You have proven yourself to the people. Indeed, better him than me. After all, he gets back up again. They're never going to keep him down unless I run out of money. Man, I'm still kind of, like, keyed up from that Ancients fight. That was a long time to have to play right. But it went well. You know, once we got a good roll on the guys, we never had to reset again. I was worried about accidentally throwing a town portal down. It's like, alright, Act 1 Merc, you get to come with me now. Remember, don't get shot. Oh, barely saved him. But yes, triangle strategy. You know what? Let's... It's like I should have put it on the list. Let's put it on the list. It's a notepad file called Audio Library Notes, but it mainly is about video game recommendations now. But yeah, triangle strategy, cool. And then, of course, I basically like all of the tactics style games, you know, in the various incarnations. I haven't played every Fire Emblem. I've played a lot of them. I mean, like, 4 of them on various simulators and stuff. But, you know, my, in recent years, the JRPG I played most is, like, you know, Shin Megami Tensei 5 and... Persona 4 Golden and 5 Royal. Same team? Okay, yeah, definitely gotta get it then. Sky Strike. Now, this bow's not good, but I love it. It has a chance to cast a pretty weak meteor when you shoot them, which is, for my money, just about as much fun as a person can have legally. But, you know, it doesn't make it good. If you get it when you get it a level 6 meteor, is a nice little spike sometimes. Alright, well. Alright, let's think real quick. 5 minutes, maybe 10 to get... through 3, another 5 to clear the throne room. That's 10 or 15 or 20. The Lister fight's gonna take an age. Yeah, we won't have time. No point in continuing on then. But I guess... yeah, you know, we'll just, now that we got the Worldstone thing, I mean, we could try to get to Anya, but that's, yeah, no, it'd be better to just end here. And then I might actually get to work on time. No, I won't. See, I have this ability to get to anywhere I go, like, 2 minutes late, no matter what. Like, if I leave 10 minutes early, sure as you're born, I will have left, like... my shoes. You know, I'll be like, oh, I'm wearing, you know, flips and I have to go to work. These aren't non-slip boots at all. But, alright. Feels super good. We get it done, you know. We pop the Ancients and... look, no small feat, right? I'm thinking here, I'm like, how would I even get through them on any character that doesn't have teleport? I mean, Necro, we had minions. Warlock, we could do it. I don't know. Maybe we just wouldn't. Maybe we just wouldn't, you know. Look, get a tele-amulet? Yeah, but I teleported like 1,000 times in that fight. Tele-amulet's got what, 25 charges? So with my Necro, we just sat there, you know, threw curses on him, let the revives work for a little while, and then watched as our minions steadily got whittled down. But, you know, got it done, but, you know. But I'm just like, how would, like... I mean, I guess an assassin could just, like, lay lightning traps and run away the whole time. They're still gonna have to fight, you know, one of them, though. Anyway, I guess it just goes to show that if you don't play the game with the class, you can't comprehend how it would work. And obviously, you know, Hell is not overtly designed for solo play, right? To get through Hell on your own without other people helping you is its own pretty considerable challenge. So it's not surprising that, you know, you would find it. And even that fight, I mean, without insight on the Merc, you don't have enough mana to do all of this. Assassin charged up with all the things and then just popped them in 5 seconds. That's crazy. You know, people are better than I am for sure. But yeah, super happy with how this is going. Honestly, didn't know how the Ancients were gonna go. Figured it would be like that if I lived, and I did, you know, so great. And now, you know, just one challenge remaining. Lister the Tormentor. If we can get Lister, you know, we can get Bale. But really, it's just getting to the throne room. If we can get there and clear it because it doesn't have Moonlords, then, you know, with a little bit of space, we can pop anything. Is Lister fire immune? I don't think so. Anyway. That's all I've got for you right now. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I really hope you've enjoyed our arcade. Thanks for hanging out and for your recommendations. I'll definitely check that stuff out. Cammy, great to see you. Kiara, always a pleasure. I will see you guys later. If you're watching in the future, I hope the weather's nice. This is a way you can kill the Ancients to, you know, get insight on a Merc and teleport a lot. Just a lot. Just so many times. We probably could have done it faster, but I wanted to do it safer. But, no, if we would have tried to do it too much faster, the fight would have been over quick. May not have been too happy about it, though. But anyway, I'll see you guys.